Hi everyone, welcome to the stream. Hope you guys having a good day, or hoping that you guys have better days ahead. This is Marlon here. This is episode 85 of Mushroom City of Minecraft. Welcome, welcome. Here we are today. Here to say that we are going to continue with Minecraft, but more importantly, we got to talk about the weather, because there's something that's happening in the tropics that's definitely captured a lot of people's attention. Although it already caught my attention a few days ago, but this one is looking like a very serious threat, and we're going to talk about that as we go along. In the first hour of the stream, we'll talk about the weather. The second hour, we will play Mushroom City of Minecraft. We start usually at 6 o'clock, but I ended up showing up a minute late because of outside noise that have been an issue. Hey, Wild, welcome, welcome. Hope your Saturday has been going all right so far. How you doing? And also, how's the weather today? Let's see. Okay, now what do we got here? Okay, let's start off with active weather alerts. So we got 3 special marine warnings in Louisiana and Texas, 7 special weather statements in Texas, Washington State, Idaho, Louisiana, 2 winter storm warnings, 3 high wind warnings, 4 dense fog advisories, and 3 flood warnings. Well, no severe weather, thank God, but winter weather is definitely really bad, as well as strong winds, fog, and as well as a few thunderstorms. And, of course, as I said, keep an eye on the tropics, though, which we're going to get to in a couple moments. My weekend so far, Wild, it's quite uneventful, actually. Just chilling. Let's see what we got. Okay, so we got areas of low pressure just to the east of Maine, and also areas of low pressure in Oklahoma and Texas, with the stationary front that's in position in the northern part of Texas. Then a warm front in northeastern Texas, northern Louisiana. Then another area of low pressure in northern Oregon, with a cold front that's sweeping through central Oregon to northern California. We do have a stationary front that's located in northern Oregon through northern Idaho and northwestern Montana. And there is an area of low pressure offshore from Washington State and Vancouver Island. But yet it has an all-included front that's swinging through off the coast, though. But it's parallel down the coast along Washington State, then transitions into a stationary front as it remains offshore from Oregon and move away from northern California. Areas of high pressure have been dominating throughout places like the desert Southwest, the Great Basin in some parts, and the Colorado Rockies, and some parts of the Northern Rockies, your area, Wild, too. And we do have some areas of high pressure along the East Coast for the most part, though we'll deal with that in just a bit. Quite a good day. It was about negative 1.5 degrees Celsius or 29 degrees Fahrenheit in the morning, but 13 degrees Celsius, 55 degrees in the afternoon, and clear. Nice. Pretty good. Pretty good. Like to hear that. Nice day outside. Amazing. But cold, though. Let's take a quick look at the northeast. Some clouds and showers just passing by through West Virginia, Western Virginia, and northern Pennsylvania, parts of upstate New York, and northern New England, as you can see. But elsewhere throughout the coastal parts of the northeast, it's quite calm now. And that includes my area too. I mean, I would say that we've had some partly cloudy skies throughout the New York City area for the most part. And we go down south, and as you can see, well, starting off in the Carolinas, it's mostly clear, just except for some passing clouds and showers. Plus Georgia too, Tennessee, clouds and showers, but there's abundance of clouds and showers in the western half of Tennessee, western half of Alabama, and the entirety of Mississippi. But Mississippi has a lot of rain and thunderstorms to the south, as well as folks in New Orleans and in the Bayou area. going down to Florida. Much of Florida is quite calm, but in South Florida, just some passing showers with a stationary front that's in position through that part of the state. We'll talk about the tropics in a couple minutes, right around 6:30. That's an estimate. Let's see what we got elsewhere. Arkansas, we do have thunderstorms that passed by Little Rock just 3 hours ago, and now it'll make its way into Memphis in a matter of minutes. And of course, I did say New Orleans, and we do have some clouds and plenty of storms moving into Birmingham in a matter of moments. In Texas, lots of thunderstorms, and we do have a severe thunderstorm warning that's been recently issued just to the northwest of Austin, Texas, with special weather statements, which does indicate some strong thunderstorms are in the vicinity, plus in Waco in Texas, and just located on the north side of the Dallas area. There's going to be a lot of flood throughout places like anywhere north of Austin, right around Waco, Fredericksburg, south of Dallas, and Fort Worth, Metroplex. Oh yeah, and we do have a flood warning just to the north of Fort Worth. Of course, typical flood warning is in Daytona Beach. West of Daytona Beach, I should say. Oklahoma, just some mostly clear skies, passing clouds, swirling around the state capital, and we do see some pop-up showers, maybe a few storms. Now moving into Oklahoma is the center of the spin. It starts moving slightly to the north, though. We'll talk about that in just a few seconds. In the Ohio Valley, though, we have plenty of clouds and showers all across the region, with a few thunderstorms in southern Illinois and southern Indiana. Chicago, and Indianapolis, they're also dealing with some showers, though. Some places, but mostly over the lakes, like Lake Michigan, is dealing with some good amount of rain. Detroit's all clear. Just southwestern lower Michigan, they have some showers, maybe plenty of a few storms just right around Benton Harbor. Quite clear in upper Michigan. And while I've already discussed that you do have calm conditions in your area. Minneapolis still dealing with some passing clouds and showers moving into Wisconsin, and affecting places like Eau Claire all the way down to Milwaukee, Madison, Iowa. Clouds and showers. Some of them have been popping up in the southern and eastern parts of the state. The Dakotas is very calm, and as well as Nebraska, but south central Nebraska and northwestern Kansas, they are under dense fog advisories. But throughout the rest of Kansas, though, they are dealing with some clouds and showers in a counterclockwise flow, as you can see. But in some places, just east of Wichita, they have some pop-up rain and thunderstorms on the southeastern corner of the state, just south of Kansas City and Missouri. Missouri, though, they do have some showers, clouds, maybe a few thunderstorms in the southern side of the Show Me State, believe it or not. And we do have a high wind warning, just located in Shelby, Montana, in the western part of Montana, and as well as the north central part of Montana. Some clouds and showers either passing by or just popping up, but mostly in north central Montana. Idaho, they have plenty of showers and clouds, a few places with some thunderstorms or some mountain snow in some places, and I forgot to mention that in some cases up in the mountains in Montana, they may have some snow showers, but I'll definitely look into that just in a little while. There is a winter storm warning in Yellowstone National Park. Better get ready, folks, for those who are in Yellowstone National Park. It is time you start bundle up. And as well as folks right around the Jackson, Wyoming area. Never mind, folks, about the noise. I was gonna say background noise alert, but no. Otherwise, it's gonna be nice out for folks throughout much of Wyoming. I was actually sweating during my walk 2 hours ago, despite only being around the 13 degrees Celsius or 55 degrees Fahrenheit. according to multiple weather stations in my city. Wait, let me see. Sweating? Yeah, I mean, like, I'm betting that you were on layers, right, Wild? Like, I mean, whenever, most likely, whenever you sweat in that type of weather, you would end up being so bundled up, probably because of the morning lows. Am I correct? In Yellowstone, though, this winter storm warning does expire in 15 hours and 3 minutes from now. And we do expect about 6 to 12 inches of snow, maybe some places up to 15 for the southern entrance. Wind gusts could be as high as 45 miles an hour. And it'll last from 11 p.m. tonight to 6 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time on Monday. And roads and bridges, even overpasses, it would be very dangerous to drive through. And even only about an inch, 2 or 3 of snow is expected at Mammoth. Just additional details though. Colorado's looking fine, much of Utah as well, and much of Nevada too. But on the northern side of Nevada, just a few clouds and showers, mountain snow if there's any, depending on the temperature profile there. And most of the clouds and showers are just located on the northwestern side of Utah. New Mexico and Arizona, they're quite clear. Southern California, also clear, but on the northern and central sides of California, I was in the morning, but in the afternoon I only wore a light sweater. I see. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it does become quite a hassle. Just to, like, bundle up early in the morning, but then once the temperature goes up, then you tend to feel it. Had to take it off, though. Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely a good idea, though. We got plenty of pop-up showers, and some mountain snow in the Sierra Nevadas. But yet they've been popping up coming from just after arriving in the Bay Area of San Francisco. And similar story in Northern California. They do have some chances of thunderstorms. Some maybe in the form of snow, depending on the elevation, though. Yet there is a lot of storms moving into the Pacific Northwest, though. An atmospheric river that is in place throughout places like Central California, but most notably from Northern California all the way up to Washington State, but past that to British Columbia. There is a special weather statement, though, just located northwest of Lewiston, Idaho, but in Washington State. Yet it's definitely thunderstorms. Strong gusts, though, and some lightning. And if there really is thunder snow, then terrific, because you definitely need Jim Cantori. Although you may not have heard of him, Wild, or anyone else, Jim Cantori is definitely one of the guys that I looked up to when I was a kid. He was one of the reasons why I became what I dreamt of becoming a meteorologist on TV. But nowadays, well, TV is a dying industry, and right now this is one of the places where I'm like, well, if the TV industry is dying, then I might as well just be my own broadcast meteorologist, if you know what I mean. Anyway, I'm gonna hold that conversation about my life another time. Right now, just gotta focus on the weather. I mean, we do have high wind warnings in southwestern Oregon, all the coast. I've already discussed about that. Special weather statement in southeastern Washington State. Okay, so there are two severe thunderstorm warnings, but they're in Texas. Now we're going to transition to here, which happens to be windy.com. Much of the Northeast, they do have winds that are generally coming from the northwest. They're blowing up to no more than 20 miles an hour all across the Northeast, though. In the mid-Atlantic, though, light and variable winds in both Virginia and West Virginia. And we go down south, though. We have in the Carolinas, winds are coming from the northeast, then shift to just the west. In Georgia, but in Alabama, Mississippi, and Tennessee, winds are only blowing also to the west generally. Plus Arkansas, Louisiana, though, they have winds, as well as those in the southern parts of Mississippi, Alabama. Have winds that are coming on shore, but then they end up moving to the west, though.